All right, welcome to the Ppdcast, the first episode. If we sound awkward, because we don't know what's going on either. Uh, with me we have our reoccurring members, CHL03K, otherwise known as my girlfriend Chloe. What's up? Say hi.
Hi.
And then we got Joe, whose username is just Joe. And other times we'll have the problem child, who is our leader.
Later.
But she cannot speak, but different time. Anyway, this podcast is gonna be a year in review of this year's music. Pop punk in specifics, as you could probably guess by the name. So we have a list we're gonna go through here, and yeah, let's just do a natural conversation since I'm tired of sounding like a vlogger. So let's start with saying what are your guys' favorite releases this year?
Just pop punk.
Yeah, just pop punk.
Um, the last time you loved me by Lighter Burns. That's like a great EP. It's only 4 songs, but it's amazing. Probably my album of the year for pop punk. And honestly, I don't really know. The Stage Champs was okay. Like the Remo Drive EP was really good. But not a lot. I don't know. I've been kind of disappointed by pop punk so far this year.
Same. I don't really know. I don't really have a favorite besides the Front Bottom CP, but I'm pretty biased because I'm a Front Bottom stan. But besides that, Trophy Eyes. I mean, not Trophy Eyes. Trash Boat. Their latest single, Old Soul. I actually like that. So besides that, though, nothing really impressed me, which is sad.
Yeah, we're probably gonna get a lot of shit for that, but I have been pretty disappointed with pop punk lately, and I've been listening to
I'll be right
a lot
back.
of rap music. Okay, I guess it's just us two right now, Joe. I've been listening to a lot of rap music, but
Boy,
I just listened to this album called Spanish Love Songs by Schmaltz today, and it has very good um instrumentals, and lyrics are pretty interesting. It's like Real Friends if they actually executed things well. Uh, Speaking of Real Friends, I suppose we should get into that topic since that might be a while. Joe, what are your
sweet.
opinions on Real
So,
Friends?
I think they're one of the worst bands in pop punk. Not gonna lie. I mean, like if you're listening to this, you probably already know that because this happens every day in the members chat. This argument, but I think they're just terrible. I mean, I really liked Get By, and I wish they went in that direction. But like the two singles after, or the one single after that was gross. Like it made me want to puke. And I haven't listened to the new one, but knowing Real Friends' track record, it's probably not great.
I mean, yeah. As far as lyricism goes, "What's on the Inside" is not a very good song. Instrumental wise, I really dig. Um, I think for the new album's instrumentals, they have gone very very well. From "Smiling on the Surface," I don't think there's anything redeemable in that song, in my opinion. Uh, like I think that the lyrics were kind of cringy and the instrumentals weren't that interesting. But and it kind of, it kind of has the same theme of From the Outside, and they're kind of hard to um tell apart other than the instrumentals being better on From the Outside. But I really liked Unconditional Love. I thought it was a very good it was very well executed, and it had the right balance of all right lyrics with pretty great actually instrumentals. So that's what I thought of that track, and I haven't listened to the leak because I'm a good boy.
I mean, I don't even know if I'm gonna listen to the album at this point. Like, if if someone like who hates Real Friends says it's good, I'll give it a listen. But like, I don't know. It's Real Friends. They kind of given up on them at this point.
I mean, alright, are we gonna play the devil's advocate here? What did you think of what did you think of their first like released album? I forgot what it's called. We're just gonna talk about Real Friends right now. So put yourself back together, because
I
I honestly think that's a really good album.
they're one of those bands that went on a downward spiral. So like their early stuff is better. I don't know. Like I feel like their early stuff makes like it's like a better. I don't really know. It's like not as whiny. Like Dan Lambton got a lot more whiny after like their first few albums, and their lyrics got more like fake deep.
You know what I
I don't really know.
noticed in the new tracks? His voice got weirdly deeper. It was like off-putting.
Yeah, a little bit. I don't know.
Like
Maybe it's
it's
just
he started talking. I was like, what the fuck is happening? It's like it's weird because I haven't heard from him in so long, and they were supposed to go on hiatus or whatever because they're one of the
yeah.
thousands of bands that got hit with sexual harassment claims this year.
Did
I think so.
I didn't really pay attention to a lot of those. The only ones I really knew about were with Khan and like the ones that were like very publicized, like Neck Deep and stuff.
And sorority noise apparently. I don't know. I just feel like everyone got hit with one of those, but that's not the topic. Uh,
Yeah.
yeah. What did you think of the remaster of You're Not as Alone as You Think?
Uh, they remastered that. Like I don't know enough about Real Friends.
No.
I just
I'm talking about sorority noise.
uh, Sorority Noise. They remastered that.
Yeah.
I'm not a
They did like a lot more. Let's say, orchestral
oh wait,
instrumentals.
I know that new thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't really listen to it because like I didn't really like. I don't, wasn't really a big fan of that album. I don't know. I preferred Joy Departed a lot more. I don't know.
I had someone die around the time that that album came out, and I don't know, it
That
reminded me of them a lot.
played it a lot more. Yeah.
That album is
Um,
very personal, and it's for a very specific time period, you know. Um,
yeah.
it's got things. That album has subject matter that is not talked about a lot in pop punk, because a lot of it is, you know, it's Chloe, you
Yeah.
back? I don't know. A lot of the subject matter is breakups and sad and
Okay, I'm
uh,
back. I'm back.
mental health issues. Hi, we're back. We're talking about sorority noise right now. Um,
Okay.
a lot of the pop punk subject matter goes to a lot of different things. Like, have you noticed how there's no political music anymore? Like, where's the?
I mean,
You think now would be
neck,
rife with political conversation?
yeah. Neck Deep
Well, I
attempted
feel
it.
like a
Didn't
lot
go
of people
well.
are scared to make statements about it because it is so controversial, and especially in pop punk, like they're not like it's not the big scene, so like any controversial thing that they say,
Honestly,
like
in music, I don't think saying like "fuck Trump" really does anything. It's like, you know, it's hurt a lot.
Not really.
But like, I
with,
think
with, with Kanye maybe, but like look at like
well,
in look
uh,
at like all allegations or whatever, like it gets blown way out of proportions in punk music. So like if they were to
Yeah.
say like, oh fuck Trump, like that's taken like you know.
honestly, I feel like there's no counterculture in punk anymore, and that's something that the genre is built off of.
Yeah. Well, pop punk. Well, Green Day did that whole thing at the AMAs where they did like the No Trump, No KKK, No Fascist
Yeah.
USA thing, and Neck Deep tried to do stuff with like what's it called, Happy Judgment Day and Don't Wait, but those are just like kind of generic political.
Yeah,
Like,
it's not saying anything specifics. They just said the government is lying. Like, are we 2 years old? I'm pretty sure I knew that since I was two.
I feel like they were going for like some concept album like kind of thing or something, and it just didn't work.
Yeah, maybe I feel like if they took a little bit more time with it, th- they could have
Yeah.
salvaged something really good. Like if they really spent more time on the sound and like the concept matter. I feel like just after Trump got elected, they're like, well, shit, we gotta put something out now. It's the same thing with Humans by Gorillas. It's like they're just like, well, we gotta react to this, so let's just pump shit out. And have you heard Humans by Gorillas?
No, I don't listen to Gorillaz. I'm not really
It
a big
is the
fan of them.
worst. It's one of the worst albums to come out last year.
It's
Is
bad.
it?
It's not good.
Is it? I guess I shouldn't listen to it then.
Yeah, no, their release this year was actually pretty good though. Uh,
Was it? Oh yeah, they just released something.
yeah, it's called the Now Now, and it came out the same day as Scorpion, and I could tell he's better than Scorpion. But that's not what we're talking about. Um,
What's next on this list? Uh,
I just kind of been jumping around here. Moose Blood.
oh, I mean, I feel like this is just gonna be like roasting Moose Blood for how bad this album was.
Okay, but me and Chloe liked it.
we listened to
Oh,
it, but we haven't listened to it since we first listened to it.
Yeah,
Like
it
we thought
wasn't okay. It wasn't
not
any.
it's not
Okay,
memorable.
it wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't
it's
anything groundbreaking, but I felt it was an enjoyable listen to me. Like I didn't like Blush,
for
honestly.
me. It's just I really enjoyed Blood. Oh, you didn't?
No, I didn't like Blush. I really loved their first album, but I just didn't feel Blush very much. But I mean, I liked some of the songs on Moose Blood, on their new one. I think the title's cringy as fuck though.
It is very. The album cover is bad.
Yeah, but like a lot of people like it, and I understand why. Like, it's not as bad as say as it is. Uh, it's definitely salvageable. It's
Yeah,
uh concept. It's good.
It's just not
yeah.
Execution could have
memorable.
been done better.
It's kind of like I listened to it a few times when it came out, and I can't remember a single moment from the album.
Uh, yeah. I feel like they'll never capture what they did in their first album. Their first album was just so good. It was
I think Blush was alright though.
it was all right.
I
I mean,
feel like
like, it's
I really
nothing. Oh, sorry, Joe. Sorry.
it's okay. That's all I was gonna say.
It's just I don't know. Moose Blood has something that just jumps out. Like, hey, this is fucking great. Like Pup does. Pup or Remo Drive, which we'll get to Remo Drive later, because honestly, those are
Yeah. Well,
um
yeah, I don't know. I just they're kind of like the generic like pop punk emo band to be used to it. Like
which
none, they don't really have like specific qualities that pop out.
I've just been so sick of the same fucking bands. It's just
Yeah.
that's what they've been doing. They're all putting out the same album, and it's like it's like Drake's fucking discography. They've been releasing the same thing since last year. Like, how have people not been noticing this? There's no variation or people trying things new. And when people try things new, they're like, "Oh, this fucking sucks."
I think that's why I don't like pop punk. That's why it's been so disappointing because it's all the same. Like every album's really been the same to me. Like there's like nothing stood out besides the few bands that I like really enjoyed.
It just feels like every album's been the Piece of the Panic lately,
Yeah, because
and that is
that album did really well.
and that's disgusting.
Are we allowed to talk about the piece on the panic?
I mean, yeah,
I mean, it did have a big effect on the genres here. I mean, that's probably not. I
Yeah,
mean, we
next
can
is
go a
cool.
little off
Doesn't.
topic.
yeah. I mean, I don't know.
Uh,
The piece because
sorry.
I think that album is so much like every other pop punk album to come out since it. Like the bigger bands, like especially on Hopeless and stuff. Like Hopeless is probably like look at what these guys are doing and do like something similar because a lot of bands on that album or on that label have been doing like very similar stuff to
I
Neck
think
Deep.
the problem is like
Trash Boat's on Hopeless though,
a
and
lot
they've
of
been doing something
bands
different.
a lot of bands are doing like more pop, which is fine in some cases, but in my personal taste, I've always liked more punk than pop. But I just feel like everyone's going in a more pop direction and it just all blending together.
Haven't you felt like everyone nowadays though is just going for mass appeal, like a brand?
Yeah.
Like I feel like that's what
Like
we need the counterculture for.
a certain band that left Hopeless with their last release.
Which
You
one?
guys know what I'm talking? All Time Low.
Oh,
Oh, All Time Low. I did not listen to any of the
That even
EP.
Last Young Renegade was really bad. Like it's a sellout album. Like feel when it's the typical like we made the switch to Fueled by Ramen, so we're gonna make a pop album for a pop punk band.
I mean, if you want to talk about All Time Low,
No,
there's this little cover band called Real Friend, not Real Friends. I mean, State Champs.
okay, yeah,
I
okay,
mean,
yeah. Which single was it? The first single that they released? I was like, this sounds exactly like All Time Low.
I feel like
that
Andrea
album.
needs to be here to defend State Champs. I get them mixed up. Sorry.
I'll defend it. Like I enjoyed the album. You
You,
guys didn't?
I thought it was bland.
There is
It
this.
had bland moments. Yeah, I kind of agree with you on that part. Like songs like Lightning and stuff. They blended all together. Like all the like songs, but like I thought like the second two singles, what's it called? Mine is Gold and Crystal Ball were really good. I really love those songs. And Criminal I thought was really good. But and Dead and Gone grew on me a ton. When I first heard it, I couldn't really stand it. But if you listen to it,
I think it was Dead and Gone that sounded exactly like All Time Low to me, and I was
yeah,
like,
like,
what?
I think
Oh, sorry.
oh, I don't blame the band. I more blame John Feldman, his production.
Hmm.
I I don't like it. It's bland.
I feel like a lot of pop punk bands would be better if they stayed indie. I mean, like, or like, like a fucking pop punk band starting a fucking record label. Like that'd be good. Like
Yeah,
if it was made by a band for their creativity, like a bigger one, to
yeah.
endorse creativity, like how
Which they did.
fucking ADTR did with Life's Not Out to Get You. Like I think that Life's Not Out to Get You is a fucking impeccable album.
Yeah, it's
Even
really.
oh sorry. You know what? One day we'll get better at podcasting, and I'll stop talking over everyone. I'll stop. I'll stop interrupting.
Yeah, but yeah, I think Life's Enough to Get You is a lot better than Peace in the Panic because Jeremy produced it. I think he's a amazing producer. Like,
They kick ass live too, though, like ADTR.
yeah, I'm so pissed. I was gonna see him this year for like the anniversary tour, but I didn't get to go.
Honestly, there's a lot of people I want to see. I'm saving up for Kitsy Ghost though, because how often does fuck Kanye West go on tour?
The Story
Dude,
so far is
Kanye
playing
seems to
here,
like bird dogs around here.
What?
but the Story so far is playing here, but they're touring with Taking Back Sunday, and I really don't want to see Taking Back Sunday, and it's making the tickets prices like 100 and something dollars, and I'm like, man, I'm broke.
And you're too much of a brand new fan.
No, I just don't like Taking
Taking
Back
that
Sunday.
Sunday.
We should do a podcast episode on like past, like pop punk beefs.
That's a good idea.
Are there a lot of them? Because besides Brand New and Taking Back Sunday, what's like the other main
Didn't who was always like
project?
Knuckle Puck?
Knuckle Puck and Jared Alonji.
Yeah.
Let's just talk about a bunch of like pop punk fucking beefs, like just in
I
general.
don't,
Like, let's just talk about
I don't
Knuckle
know.
Puck going off all the
Yeah.
time.
I,
Speaking of,
Knuckle Puck take them seriously. I hate that about them.
Well,
yeah, they
I
can
didn't.
go off on other people, but they can't go off on their own fucking album. So
Yeah. Ooh. Honestly, Knuckle Puck are the most overrated band in the scene, in my opinion. Like, I don't know why everybody thinks they're
I
amazing.
love
I don't.
Copacetic, but their new album was the
No,
most
yeah,
hot garbage.
Copacetic was. I liked it a lot, but Shapeshifter, I don't listen to it like at all. Actually, no,
Shapeshifter,
I listen to Dawn and like Double Helix, but not
For me,
really.
it's the opposite. Like, I couldn't stand anything really up to time or whatever Shapeshifter. I like that one, but it's like just all the same to me. It's like
I feel like
I don't.
Yeah,
Shapeshifter is everything that I dislike about Real Friends, all rolled into one little ball for my viewing pleasure.
Bro, no.
pleasure.
That album like last year when those three albums came out on the day, like the front bottoms disappointed me so much. Like no Chloe, sorry I'm gonna say this, but Going Gray, I hated that album. Like there was way too much filler and it was so bland. Yeah, but like in same with the Knuckle Puck album was really good, but like it wasn't like super amazing. It was just like good. And then Rome like released the best album of the year on that day, and, like blow everyone out of the water. And I'm
Yeah,
just
I
like,
really
bro,
didn't expect that much from Rome, but they did really good. But in the front bottom's defense, I
yeah,
actually like Going Gray, but there are a few tracks that I
Okay,
don't like.
the
yeah,
only I'm fine with people not liking Going Gray, but I can't stand when people are like, oh, it's because they switched record labels, which
yeah,
probably had a little bit to do with it, but the front bottoms have changed their sound like every album that they've done, and I'm not sure that people understand that. Like, also they had access to way more better recording equipment and stuff. They have access to so much more now, so of course their sound's gonna change. Like they were recording in Matt's basement.
Imagine if pop punk fans like went from Graduation to 808s and Heartbreak, and they're like, "What is this?"
actually love 808s and harmonies.
Let's not get into Kanye West because let's
Oh
yeah.
Yeah.
Even though I will talk shit because 808s is my least favorite as far as his
yeah.
albums. But I mean, again, there are no bad Kanye's albums. uh,
That's debatable.
we're not getting into
But
this right
yeah,
now. We're not getting into this right now.
fine.
The Wonder Years. Speaking of bad albums,
Ooh, agree.
I
In the
agree.
words of it,
I
it's
listened
not
to
good.
it once.
Same. I can't remember anything. I just remember what's
And the
super.
whole album, I feel like I think it like blended together, and there was nothing good, like nothing memorable that I could like remember from it or like take from it. I remember there was like I think two aggressive songs, and like the rest was all slow, and it wasn't good.
I feel like it's actually made. It was produced by Sparrow Sleeps because I can't stay awake through the whole thing.
For me, it's like the entire album for me is just like gloomy guitars and like Dan Soupy Campbell like whining and crying about bullshit.
Yeah,
How do you go from The Greatest Generation to Sister
it
Cities?
was a
Oh my
lot
How?
god,
to follow up.
you
It
love
was a
that
lot
album?
to follow up, but
Like No Closer to Heaven was an alright album. It wasn't as good as their other releases, but it's
Name
passable. Sister
yeah,
Cities any
it's not.
in any reign is not good.
yeah,
And we'll
Yeah,
have members on here that will defend that album, of course, because I mean, like we like to hear feedback from you guys. Um,
yeah,
but in our opinion, we think that Sister Cities isn't a good album.
at all.
I don't
agreed.
see appeal to it. I don't see too
Should
much
we
effort
talk?
or heart.
Did you guys talk about like Pacific? Because I know the whole
I
amino
haven't
is
heard anything
like
from them.
Pacific,
Who? What
like
are we,
Pacific.
Jason?
Like I haven't listened to any of the new stuff. Like I kind of like their last album,
The
but
only
like
song that I like from like Pacific is Distant.
that's a good.
That's a hot take.
Yeah, you're gonna people on in the members chat are gonna
They're gonna
not
come
like
for
that
me.
take. Yeah,
I don't think I've
I don't
ever
know.
listened to like Pacific, honestly. They just
No, I made you listen to Distant.
oh, that
I don't
must
think
be
you listened
they
to
must be so quality then.
They're like they blend in with all the other ones. What is your guys like most overrated pop punk band?
Most overrated?
Yeah,
Let's see.
some of my
I gotta think. I yours is Blink-182, isn't it?
no, but actually now I gotta think. Okay, so modern, I'll go modern and classic. Modern, it's movements. I don't know, like I don't really get the hype around movements.
I like
Like
movements. So
Their first EP is better than
yeah,
uh
feel something really anything special to me. It was kind of like
I liked
boring.
Feel Something, but I think
I
their
like
first EP
feel
was a lot better.
something better than
I don't really like them. I don't know. I don't maybe they're just not for me or something. But like I just find like they're a little they're all like a little too like gloomy and stuff.
At
I
I like
least
the
think
it's
Big
different in defense of them.
you know who's really
yeah.
disappointing me?
Who?
Trophy Eyes. Cause
Yeah.
I liked their hard like their really aggressive stuff, and then I really liked Chemical Miracle, and I honestly I don't even know what they're doing right now.
Going down the pop direction like everyone else. I
Yeah.
feel like a character from My Immortal saying that they're being fucking preps, but they're being fucking preps.
I didn't think that John would do this though. Like he seems like such a like down to earth guy and like does what he likes in music, but I don't know if he's a, I can't I don't like it at
I
all.
feel
And I
like
don't understand because I was so hyped for it.
I just feel like pop punk is just trying to appeal to 21 Pilots fans nowadays, and I think that's a big problem. They're trying to be pop instead of pop punk. There's no balance or yin yang there.
Yeah.
What label are Trophy Eyes on?
I don't. Are they in Hopeless? I think so.
If they,
Trophy
it's the
Eyes?
Neck Deep effect. Hopeless was like, hey, look at what Neck Deep's doing. They're making money. Do what they're doing. You
Speaking
know.
of Hopeless albums that I didn't like, I've been a big fan of Bayside forever, and I didn't think Vacancy was that good.
I don't listen. So you guys are gonna have that discussion.
It's just me. But
I don't listen to B-side either.
yeah, I mean, like they're more emo than pop punk, but I didn't. Hopeless used to
Maybe
be
when I was
the biggest
younger.
record label, and they could do no wrong, and now I don't know what the fuck's going on.
The panic happened.
It was all Neck Deep's fault.
Yeah. Them.
I
Little
miss the
shocker.
rip-off Story So Far days.
I miss Rain and July. I hate. I mean, like,
Yeah.
Like,
I
where's
miss
the yelling nowadays? Like, people like to say, I
where's
listen to
the
music that's
where's
yelling, and
where's the aggression?
no, that would never be on the radio. Like, man, I just really like how different my music taste is. Kanye West, who is she?
like let's go back to 2014 and wishful thinking came out.
Let's just
Way
listen
better
to
than
Avril Lavigne. Let's
I
just.
feel like Neck Deep's. This might be a hot take, but this discography, like, from the start, has just gone downhill.
Uh,
I would say
I feel
No,
like.
with the exception of Life's Not Out to Get You.
Yeah, that album is like. I feel like that's a good
I think
example of pop punk. I feel like that's a good example of what pop punk can stand for. I feel
it's
like
the perfect mix of like pop and punk.
it's a perfect mix of what they were turning into and what they were.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
It's like
pop punk.
yeah. It's like come on, other band, get on this shit.
Yeah, like it's executed
Pop.
so fucking well. It like I could go on for hours.
Jeremy McKinnon is a lit in pop punk.
Can we talk
Like
about Travis Barker if we're talking about legends? Honestly, that man is a
oh
king.
my god.
Mhm.
I don't know
Like,
if this is a hot take. Oh, I don't know if this is a hot take, but I think Trey Cool is better than Travis Barker.
really? Are you gonna get
Yeah.
into this shit?
Mhm.
No, we're not.
I think Travis Barker breaks his hand like every concert he goes so fucking hard.
I
Yeah,
don't
he's
know.
got like the blood clots, you know.
It's probably my inner Green Day fanboy.
Yeah. I mean, like,
Yeah,
imagine coming from ska though, and like being the basically the biggest pop punk drummer of all time, and then also getting into the rap genre.
Well, he not a good song
Yeah,
because
not a good song,
the artist.
but he collaborates with a few people. I'm pretty sure he collaborated with Run the Jewels too. 'Cause I see him talking about rappers on his story all the time. I think he collaborates with a few of them. Which why wouldn't you?
So
Drums are a big part of rap.
yeah,
Uh,
it's so you
who
guys
should we
want to
talk
talk
shit about
about
next?
how about we have praise and Remo Drive get some
Yes.
praise.
I feel like they
Yeah.
do something very different. Their first album.
Yes.
it's something that doesn't blend together like everything else.
Yeah. I just think they're one of my favorite bands right now. They're climbing the list on all time favorite bands. Like I really like their two greatest hits is like amazing, and then pop music is like also like really amazing. Even though it's three songs, all three songs are great. It's like these guys can like do no wrong for me. Like I think they're like every one of their songs.
It's the creativity that this genre needs.
Yeah, like they every song is like a different, and they just they do different like the chord. It's not like the same three chord formula. They use different chords, and their music just sounds different to everything else in the genre.
I love the ambition that they have. Like, they set out to do something great and they executed it well, and they have been different than everyone else. Like, it's the same thing with pop too. Like, they both. I feel
Yeah,
like they belong in like the same circles because they have been doing something different with pop punk, but while still staying rooted in the genre.
yeah.
When I
Just
first
so
heard You're Killing Me, which I think that's where everyone starts with
yeah.
with them, but I was like, wow, like this doesn't sound like everything else.
What's your guys' favorite Remo Drive song?
Uh, it's either You're Killing Me or I'm My Own Doctor.
Mine's either Crash Test Rating or Strawberry.
This is gonna make me fake, but you're killing me.
It's not fake. It's a great song. Like I lo- I
Is
don't know.
there?
Like it's
Sorry. Is there a bad
there's
Rima
so
Drive song?
no. I don't think so at least.
Uh. What else have we yet to talk about? Oh, is the Ants EP a real thing? Because they keep talking about it on their Twitter, and I cannot find it anywhere. So I don't. I Remo Drive keeps talking about this fucking EP that they have called the Ants EP, and they say it's the best thing they've
Yeah,
ever created, and that they'll never make anything better. But I can't. It's not on their Wikipedia.
they gotta, they gotta be trolling. They have to be. And no, I don't.
They're like, thanks for
Unless
all
it's
the
something.
Ants EP tattoos you guys got. That's great.
Yeah, it has to be a troll.
That would be a good troll though. Again, it's different. Uh, can we do a blurb on the? Can we do like a segment on the 21 Pilots singles?
I mean, is that are we allowed to?
I haven't listened to them,
This is
so
I
off topic, but they're bad.
I listened to the first one and I can't even. I don't really remember it. I just remember like wanting to die while listening to it.
Honestly, I
So
feel like it's not that good, but it's not something that makes me want like Blurry Face isn't something that makes me want to throw up, but their fans make me want to throw up. So yeah.
exactly. Not them. They don't make like I don't. Their music's bad, but it's not
the
like
worst.
super bad. It's just like when I was listening to it, I was like, oh, I know all their fans are gonna be like, this is the best song of all time. Like Bohemian Rhapsody, go fuck yourself. This song's so much better.
I really like this song about a car radio and him having sad feelings. Go fuck yourself, Kanye West fans. Every
It's
other music is canceled,
uh,
honey. What do you mean? It never started.
can we rant
Can
about
anyone tell
Thursday?
that Genki is a Kanye West fan?
Honestly,
Yeah,
yeah. Well, that's what you need to know about
kid
me.
gang.
We should talk about. We should like all go into blurbs about who we are real quick, since this is our first episode, and maybe people outside of the Amino
Okay,
never hearing this.
we Dan.
Okay, Joe, you start.
Alright, I'm Joe. I mean like I don't really I'm not really like a huge fan on everybody, but like Green Day is my favorite band. Uh, that's about it. Antisocial.
Give us a fun fact about yourself.
Um, a teacher got fired from my school this year for lying about being in the military.
Why would you lie about being in the military? What
Like,
if
I
they?
want
I
some
don't know.
backstory.
That's very
It was the
specific. Like
funniest thing
lying that she was or wasn't.
that he was. So the funniest thing is like we asked him if he was shot, and he was like, "Yeah, I got shot," and he told us a specific story. And like, did you just like make? And he told the same story every time. It was like, you had these down pat, like you memorized them. It
Chloe.
was like,
Sorry, keep going.
no, I'm all done.
Alright,
Okay,
Chloe. Give us a bio
well,
about yourself.
I'm Chloe. I go by CHL03K because it's a modern baseball song. And the fun fact can be that's actually not even my favorite modern baseball song, even though my name is in it. um, I don't know. That's it. I don't know what
What's
else
your
to say. Oh, I
Uh,
stand my bottoms.
favorite?
what's your favorite front bottom song?
I don't. I don't think I can do this.
Okay.
Okay.
Hi. I'm a Kanye stan. My favorite Kanye album is "Okay" by As It Is. Uh,
Are we gonna with that?
I really like the song "Scatterbrains" by Kanye West. That's a really good one. No, I'm unironically a Kanye fan. I
My favorite.
I like music. What? I'm sorry.
I said my favorite Kanye song is Hey Rachel off of OK.
Oh man, he really dominated the music scene when he put out that pop punk record.
You know, like what's Pretty Little Bro? Like riding when I that shit.
I just, every time I hear Rascal Flatts EP by Kanye West, I just start crying.
Oh my god, Rascal Flats are the best.
Bro,
Man, I can't believe Rascal Flatts got on that OK song.
I know, right? Like when Rascal Flatts came on, Hey Rachel.
That
Rascal
I
banjo
Flats
twang.
is the best band in pop punk right now.
Hey, Rascal Flatts released something this year. You want to talk about that?
did that.
Yeah.
I what? I didn't even know that.
It's called. They released some multiple songs this year. I think they're in the album cycle. We want pop punk variation, and Rascal Flatts is the one that's going to give it to us.
Yes. Bro, what's an album last week, dude? See?
They're just going off. It's like a machine gun of great albums.
They're like they can use them and like Creed, honestly. If you don't like
Can
Creed,
either of them disappoint?
I'm gonna be like 2018 is canceled if either of those bands disappoint with like 2018 better not exist. Are Creed even still a band? Like, do they still? Oh, they do. They
You know what should happen? I feel like
what?
Smash Mouth should come out of the woodwork and collab with 21 Pilots since they traded at them.
Smash Mouth, I think they still release music.
Do they?
Pretty,
What?
yeah, they
They
released
toured
like
near me.
an EDM song 2 years ago or something.
What?
Yeah, yeah, they did. They did. I'm pretty sure.
EDM? No
Everyone's
shit.
somebody was talking about it on Twitter, and they released a Fushio Mang acoustic version. Like that was
In
like
the
the first
next
album.
podcast, in between like breaks and stuff, we should just stream that.
Just Smash Mouth. That's it.
Bro, they made the Cat in the Hat soundtrack. I didn't even know that.
That is the biggest meme I've heard in my life.
They actually did. Like, I'm gonna send you this.
No way.
I'm sending this, and I have to. I
I
just
feel
sent it.
like I feel like Smash Mouth should do
I'm
the.
gonna,
I feel like
it's a legit thing.
Smash Mouth should do the Fortnite soundtrack.
You can look, it's there.
All right, let's talk about the front bottoms.
Oh,
All right, let's get in this argument, I guess. What do you guys think of Anne? Track by track, let's go, since I'm sure that we
I
have the most to talk about here.
I haven't listened to that thing in months, so
It came out a month ago, like 2 months ago.
I listened to it once and then didn't care.
Actually,
Wow.
it came out in May.
Did it?
Ooh,
Yeah.
see, like honestly, no offense to the films or anything. I haven't cared about like they're just boring. I don't really like them anymore. Like I like their old stuff. I
But
like
Anne
listening.
is their old stuff.
Yeah.
It's an attempt old stuff. I don't really think it like
Well,
if you
Tie Dye
compare it.
Dragon isn't old stuff.
Yeah, there's a few songs that are like let me pull them up.
I really like Anne. I mean, like, I thought they reinvented the songs really well.
I still like the old versions better, but I think they're good too.
For me, it's just like I'd rather lose. You know,
I
there's so
honestly,
much.
like, I feel like the only one I didn't really like on that was, like, I think your nose is bleeding, but that's just 'cause that song doesn't really click for me. But, like, everything else was just, like, quality. I mean, like, I really like the front bottoms.
I mean, I like the front bottom. I don't really since 2015. Like I liked
Uh,
them back, but like other than that, it's been like kind of. Besides Vacation Time, Vacation Time's a great song.
Chloe, can you, give us your opinion on Anne?
Can I what?
Give you us, your opinion on Anne.
I mean, I like. Okay, well, they do the grandma EPs. That's their thing. But and I like Anne, but I do like the originals better. But that's probably just me. I like every song on it because I like every of the front bottoms. I don't know if to like judge this.
Mm, fun.
What is the worst thing that has come out this year?
Um, what's it called? Boys Who Cry.
Boys Who
The second
Cry?
half. Boys Who Cry. Whatever the second single was,
Boys
it's
Who
fun.
Boys Who
Stick,
Cry?
stick.
I like Two Ply. That's a good song by Boys Who Cry.
No, no, bro. When Squidward did the cover, honestly, I think
uh, what else came out
no.
this year? I'm so
Stick.
trash at remembering things. State Champs. Did we talk? We talked about State Champs, but like,
Oh, the this might be a hot take for me. I really like McCafferty, everything they've done before this album, but I really hate this album.
I don't listen to McCafferty, so
I feel like they're the front bottoms, but with more bones. It's like the
They
opposite of boneless.
they're a front bottoms cover band, and they've been like compared to them a lot. But if you listen to them, they have differences. It's just they got a lot of hate for it, and like Brian was even like, I don't care, and the fans were still like rabid about it, and I was like, chill. But yeah, the last album, I don't even know what it's called. I thought it was really bad.
Which pop punk band has the most rabid fan base though?
'cause uh, 21 Pilots don't count.
Yeah,
So
because they're not pop punk. They're just bad.
I think Neck Deep now because they got like a bigger audience, and if you talk to like newer Neck Deep fans, like they don't listen to like pop punk. They listen to like also MCR and All Time Low and stuff. So but they don't listen to Neck Deep. They only listen to the Feast and the Panic. So if you say something negative about it, they will go off.
they
We
probably
should.
also like
Sorry.
they probably hate Sam Carter's Don't Wait. They probably think it's like the worst thing.
Okay, I'm gonna sound like fake fan. Where's Sam Carter from?
Architects. I don't listen to Architects. I just know he's featured on the Don't Wait.
Yeah, I mean like, why couldn't they just have Ben do that? Like, yelling.
They
He
really
used
let
to
Ben
yell.
like
It's like he's trying to
like
save his vocal cords now. Like,
he can't sing. Why would he say something that's bad?
like,
Like he was auto-tuned so much on that album.
Mhm.
I feel like his singing on like "Life's Not Out to Get You" is good though.
Yeah, but like, cause that's like more natural. But like, his voice is auto-tuned so much on the Peace and the Panic. I just don't like it.
Uh,
I don't know. Like, cause if you hear more, it's a lot worse. Yeah, I don't know. The most rabid pop punk fan base? Probably, I'd say Green Day actually, because similar to Neck Deep, they're people listen to Green Day don't listen to pop punk. They listen to 21 Pilots, My Chemical Romance.
Yeah.
yeah,
So
that's true.
if you talk about it, okay, they'll just go off on you and be like, "What are you talking about?" And they only listen to like Green Day post American Idiot. They don't listen to like the actual pop punk Green Day. You know,
Yeah, yeah. The
it's like
w-
I love American, but like
I think that I like the Black Parade as an album. I think it's really quality.
you know,
But but
especially
it gets a
oh,
lot of. I think all their other albums get a little bit too much credit.
I don't like any of their albums besides the Black Parade. I think that's their only good album. Like, and I love that album a lot. It's really great, but their other albums are bad.
Like its thematic elements are great, the instrumentals are great, the vocals are iconic, everything's good about that album, but everything before and after that just aren't don't compare to
Also,
the Black Parade.
Even
hate the
in
fact
my emo phase when I liked My Chemical Romance, I didn't even like them that much. Like they weren't like the band to go to, even though it's like the stereotypical emo. I was just like, I don't really like this that much.
It's weird because emo people try to be so different from people, but like then they'll listen to
they all
MCR like everyone else.
Yeah.
yeah. No, but I also hate the fact that people think Gerard Way is like some sort of like genius when he's not really.
I'm not related to Jared Way, but I wish I was, cause he's a major fucking hottie.
I think me and you the only ones who understand where you're getting this from.
I hope not, because that would be really weird out of context.
Yeah, it's very. What is that from? Because it's very out of context.
It's a great storytelling epic called My Immortal, a Harry Potter fanfiction.
Oh,
It,
God.
It's me and Chloe read it together, and it's the worst thing.
it was
It's it's about an emo kid in
no
Hogwarts.
goth.
What?
No goth.
Goth, sorry.
Yeah, are you a
Same
poser?
thing.
What? Though they go to MCR concerts and
In Hogwarts.
Hogwarts. Yes, MCR plays
Okay,
in
wait.
Hogwarts
We're like we're
twice.
like we're like way off topic.
The My Immortal cast. Uh,
That's their side podcast. We just talk about my immortal.
honestly though, I would totally do a podcast where we read Sonichu. I would totally do that.
I would too.
I'm down. I'm down.
What if we did an episode of that tonight? High key though.
We just read my
Sonichu?
immortal.
Yeah. No, it's My Immortal. Honestly, I think we would get a big fan base if we just did Sonichu.
Oh
Probably.
God.
If you guys are down for that, after this, I'm down for it. Anyway, let's finish this one first. Anyway, since we're so off topic there, let's
Should we end
let's look to
now?
the future. Let's look to the future. What have you guys heard is coming out that you were excited for?
The story so far.
Wister.
Pop.
Becky.
What have you heard from the albums that you're excited for?
Wait, what?
Back to the Wister is one of my songs of the year. Great song. I don't know. Like that's all I gotta say about it. It's like a great song.
Uh,
I
s-
I did not like that song. I
uh,
mean, good for them
I,
that they're breaking away from the neck deep like the neck deep like copies, but I
WSTR?
yeah, the Bad to the Bone. Did you not listen to it?
Let's do it a little bit.
I
the
know.
vocals are at first the vocals are like kind of weird to me. Like I didn't really like them, but after a few listens, I really like the song. Plus the solo is nice.
I don't know. Maybe I should listen to it more because I
I feel
listened to
like
it once. I was like, what the?
I feel like WSTR doesn't get enough credit.
Is it WSTR or Wister? Because I call him Wister.
Let's just call him Wister.
I
The
think it's
Twister Wister.
WSR, but Wister is good.
Wister.
I call him Wister Bass. Oh, they're Wister.
What does Wister even stand for?
Um, I don't know.
Does anyone know?
Should I look it up
I
real
don't know.
quick? Because I kind of want to know now.
Honestly, now the story so far, I'm just gonna pronounce it. That's
Are they gonna like actually release music or like what's the
yeah.
deal?
Yeah,
They did a press release and it's coming out in like
they've been
September, August.
teasing forever.
Finally, like release music.
Honestly, listen, if the story so far, if this album is bad, which I doubt it will be because the story so far is amazing, but if they let us down, I don't know if I can stand pop punk anymore. Cause like this is, I'm hoping it's good.
Maybe next year
What do
we'll
you
just have a giant punchback. Like we'll just a comeback.
like? What was the good? What was like this decade the best year for pop punk? Like, what year did Life of the
2015 or
Decade come out?
2016.
No, 2015 I think was really good.
2015 or
Yeah,
2016. Yeah. The year Life's Not Out to Get You
yeah,
came out.
yeah.
2015.
That was just a
That
good year
was a
for pop
great.
punk.
Yeah,
Uh,
because I think also Copacetic came out. Which
Last
I
year's pretty
thought,
good. Some of it.
Yeah, last year I think the first half of last year was a lot better than the second half. It's had
Like
grown.
just because science fiction, but that's not pop punk.
Yeah, Dirk came out in 20. So
What is the best pop punk album of all time, in your opinion? I feel like this will be able to let people get to know
okay.
our music taste.
Does American Idiot count as a pop punk
It's
album?
pop punk.
I don't really pop punk. Really? I don't. I think I don't know. It's kind of pop punk, but I'd consider more like Dookie the better pop punk album, whereas American Idiot's the better overall album. So I'll go Dookie. Dookie or Warning, or Nimrod. One of those three. Those are all great albums. And
Mine honestly, I feel like what does pop punk the best though is probably either, in my opinion, um, oh, what's it called? So we're doing my second album. What's so stupid? Uh, fuck.
Anchor.
What? Joy Departed.
Forget. Oh,
Joy
Joy
Departed,
Departed.
and Your Favorite Weapon.
Mm. Oh, your favorite album is like my favorite brand new. That's brand new.
that's gonna be a hot take for a lot of people.
Your Favorite Weapon does pop punk better than most pop punk bands do pop punk.
I I don't like I don't like brand new. It's just it's not for me. Like no, I
But
like science fiction. Like I tried to listen to their other albums, not for me.
I like Deja Entendu a lot. I mean, like, that album has
And
a big place in my heart.
Well, you're a brand new fan. Also,
Chloe. Oh, sorry.
Julan's Semester Abroad is their best song. That's a fact.
I like Magazines a lot. Chloe, what's your favorite album?
my favorite, I honestly, I don't think I can pick. Like, I listen to a lot of pop punk.
Or would you
I,
say Talon?
I honestly, this is like a challenge for me. I
Let's
don't
just give her
know.
some thinking time. Can I play the Jeopardy theme with my mind?
I don't know if I'm gonna be able to pick. It's just so hard. Cause honestly, honestly, I need to like listen to stuff because I can't just pick it off the top of my head. Because there's like a select like few albums that I like every song on. Like I'm very picky, honestly, and I don't know if I can do this.
Any album with Brian Sella on it.
No, because the front bottoms aren't pure pop punk, so I don't.
Yeah,
I
they're
What?
wouldn't.
really
I
pop punk.
wouldn't. I wouldn't say that it can't be my favorite pop punk because it's not pure pop punk. It's like indie and like every fucking genre.
Would it be the story so far then? Because I know you like them all.
I do, but I don't. I don't know.
So is Joyce Banner coming out with anything soon?
that I was. That's what I was thinking. I was like, I checked on them yesterday. I was like, what is Joyce Manor doing? And they're like literally doing nothing. But I really like them.
That's like the
I
pop
feel
punk mood.
like I'm such a fake pop punk fan because people are like, "Oh, do you listen to this band?" And I'm like, "No." Like,
I need to get into
because
some
like
smaller things. That'll probably be a New Year resolution next year.
lighter bands, listen to lighter bands. They're
All right.
amazing.
You gotta listen to that thing I linked in chat today though, cause that is
Yeah.
that's fucking goat. I changed my mind on the one I sent you. You need to listen to Beer and Nyquil.
Mm-hmm.
A great title,
Oh,
great song.
what's the band called again? I'll look them up right now and save it.
It's Schmaltz. SCH malt
Schmaltz?
with a Z.
Mm.
All right. We should probably start wrapping up. What do you guys think? Any closing comments?
I don't know.
Rest
Uh,
with that.
as it is, suck.
Agree.
Big agree. All right.
Um,
I'll do the closer. All right, boys. Okay, so this has been the PPD podcast. If you want to hear more, let us know. We will open up applications for guests for the next few episodes. Let us know what topics you want. Join our Discord. For the for Power Punk Defenders.
Yeah, if you wanna talk pop punk with us.
Yeah. So if you have any opinions, Or maybe we'll just hit some of you up and see if you want to be on. But yeah, this has been the PPD podcast. Thanks for listening, and we will see you next time. Bye.